Hello, Super Nerd friends. Welcome to Tuesday. It is still Tuesday, even though Alexis was a bit tardy. I'm doing this on Tuesday night. And I need to get some sleep tonight because I keep falling asleep in class again. We're back there. Yes, we are. I didn't go to class again yesterday. But and I have physics homework due tomorrow. I'm gonna do that tomorrow, and then I think I'm fine. So, a lot of stuff to do this week. There will be a surprise on Friday if I do my video promptly. It's gonna be an exciting couple of. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Oh my gosh, tomorrow's Wednesday. It's gonna be an intense couple of days. So we're gonna see how that goes. Alexis, I have to say something you said in your video. Oh my gosh, look at my hedgehog. He's so cute. I have to show you. I think you guys have already seen him, but gosh, he's so cute. I got him for Christmas. He was in my stocking, and he's just so cute. Anyway, he's just staring at me up there. So Alexis, you said the Petco application. I've done so many Petco applications because I really wanted to work there, and they're like a mile from my house. Well, you guys went to downtown Covington. They're in downtown Covington. I have a lot of stuff to say today. Anyway, that they were doing a personality test and like stuff that you have to say that you have to like if you were in the real world, would you do, kind of assuming that Petco is not the real world, and if your job isn't the real world, and if school prepares you for the real world, so school isn't the real world, and if the internet isn't the real world, then what is the real world? Because that's something my mom would say a lot, like, I don't know, just, that I'm wasting my time watching TV and reading books, and no one says reading books is a waste of time, but it's not the real world. So then, what is the real world? If my mom lives in the real world, I think I've had this discussion with you guys before in a vlog. Like my mom reads catalogs and goes out and does shopping. So, is that the real world? Because that sucks. Not that it does suck. That doesn't suck. That's fine. I was talking with somebody, a stranger tonight on Omegle. I haven't talked with anyone on Omegle, but I saw a couple of Omegle conversations on Tumblr, and I'm not in the mood to do. I admire you, Alexis, for doing your role play, because that takes way too much effort from me. I can't come up with. I can't. Being in character, like making up a character. Well, I mean, you're not really. But gosh, that's hard. That's like the worst part about those. The murder mystery birthday party things. Those are hard, because you have to stay in character. And I don't know. Like acting is one thing, or you have a script. It's one thing. You can premeditate on that. But real life, that's real life. I didn't mean to say real life. Real life is too much of the word that you use. It's this isn't going at all how I wanted it to be. So I was thinking, if job and school aren't the real life, then they're like the imaginary life. So it's like multiplying I by life, right? The square root of -1, because that's an imaginary number. And then, that's... It came upon an unexpectedly deep math metaphor, which I didn't even know existed. But if you multiply your life experiences by I, they'll turn out to be imaginary life experiences and not in the real world, which might represent school and jobs and internet and TV and whatever else we want it to be. But also, I don't know, and so you can say maybe nothing in life is the real life. This was really well thought up in my head. But it's hilarious, right? My physics teacher last year, a couple years ago now, at WSU was saying, I can change, and of course I was current, but I wasn't paying attention to anything he was saying. I was drawing and stuff, and so he just said, I can change, and I was like, good for you, you can change. But if you make that error in hearing again, and presume that I is not the square root of -1, but I, as in myself, and you multiply that by all of your experiences, that's kind of how life is, right? It's not just what actually happens, and it's not just you, it's like the product of those, which isn't real, maybe, because it's your perception of things. Which is true. I mean, everyone has a different reality, right? Which is why I need to read those weirdo Seth books. Because it's like personal reality, and you make your own reality, and you alter others' realities, and what? So, anyway, physics club was great today. Thanks for asking. And less than 5 days. 5 days until the Maroon 5 concert. I'm so excited. I need to start listening to Maroon 5 again. And Neon Trees and Owl City all in one concert. Oh my gosh. And I'm not going to drive myself. My parents are going to drive me to the Maroon 5 concert, and they're going to pick me up. So I'm like, independent adult buying tickets to concerts and being driven by parents. But I'm going to learn how to drive on the freeway sometime, like 405. Like I can drive on I-90 and stuff. And, Alexis, if you're going to be home, I'm not sure how this is going to work, but I am the SPS representative of Physics Club now, even though I know nothing about SPS, the Society of Physics Students, and there's going to be a Zone 17 meeting at WSU on April 5th and 6th. So hopefully Physics Club is going to get together a group of students, and hopefully I'll get those days off, and I will be in Pullman April 5th and 6th. And there are many possibilities. I'm like, oh great, Pullman, I practically live there. I'll just drive over in my car that I have and go to the thing, right? Cool, it'd be great to go to WSU again. Buy some ice cream, go to some places we used to go to Moscow. Of course, you guys aren't there anymore. And I don't really have any friends there. And no place to stay. I would have to pay to stay somewhere in a hotel. Because I don't know anyone well enough there to mooch off. Like, I know Jay, but I can't stay in Jay's apartment. So, darn. So we might leave at 3 in the morning, and I could drive with Dr. Hobbs and a couple of students over to WSU and back on Saturday. So we'll see. We'll see. I would like to see Pullman again, so hopefully this happens. Hopefully I can meet up with the very few friends that I do have there. Very few. And, you know, maybe they'll test the water and see if going back wouldn't be that horrible. It's a physics thing. My advisor's probably going to be there, so that's going to be awkward. But anyway, I'm not going to think about that. Anyway, I had a really lovely discussion with that guy on Omegle. It was really lovely. I think, although most of the people I talked to, I don't think I talked with many people on Omegle, but they're both younger than me. I think being 20 makes me kind of old on there. Yeah. So, I think that's all I have to say. And I hope you guys have really great weeks, and I will talk to you again on Friday. Although I won't actually, so hopefully I'll call you sometime. And I had a headache the other day, and it was really horrible. And so, Haley, I'm really sorry that you have a headache, because I never get, except for that once, like, I never get a prolonged, like, sometimes, like, my head hurts for, like, a minute. But, like, when you actually have a headache, it's just, like, the worst, because it's your head. It's like, what can I do? It's my head. I can't put a Band-Aid on it. I can't ignore it. It's my head. It's where I am. I'm getting all, like, metaphysical and, ooh. I learned how a physics club was great today. Thanks for asking. I don't know where I veered off topic last time I started talking about physics club, but there's going to be a science fair on Saturday. So physics club's going to do a ton of demonstrations, which is all well and good, except we need to know not only how to do them, but we need to know all of the physics behind each of these demonstrations so that we can explain it to the students who come by. So, I learned how a helicopter goes forward today. And it's not how you might think. It's not like a propeller that pushes it forward. It's a gyroscope. And so you don't tilt the gyroscope, if this is the you don't tilt the gyroscope forward like that. You tilt it to the side like that. And that propels the whole thing forward. Dude. Physics. That's so cool. Actually, the guy I was talking to on Omegle used to be a physics major. So, that's cool. It's kind of weird how every time I have a conversation with someone, it ends up being like, well, we could get married. Well, you can just live with me. Oh, well, thanks. At least this guy actually did live in the United States, and not Russia or Poland. I forget where the other people are from. Anyway. I'm back to eating bland food. I'm gonna try to accomplish some goals here. Next quarter is gonna be so great. Have I told you guys my schedule for next quarter? I'm gonna get to school at 9:30 and leave at 12:30 every day, and then I'll have one online class, and it'll be great. Really great. I drove so much today. You thought, what was it, 3 minutes ago I said goodbye? Yeah, you know never to actually expect anything. Even when I actually sign off, you know that that could just be a false alarm. But this video is getting up there in length, so I'm gonna sign off. And TV shows, oh my gosh, there's a lot of stuff I want to do in my spare time. But TV shows are, gosh, I kind of want to start a TV show. But Supernatural, there's so much stuff happening on Twitter. Oh, Supernatural! There's no TV shows on this week. I watched 3 TV shows and none of them are on this week. Oh, I could start catching up with Once Upon a Time. I could do that. Alright, good night. I'm actually going to go to bed now. So, have really good nights. Weeks. Okay, bye.